Bum, bum, bum. How's everybody doing? Happy Easter. Rugby time. How is everybody going? We're sitting down to watch the Reds host the Force. I've just watched the Chiefs game a wee bit earlier. That result will probably be talked about a bit later if you haven't seen it. Just FYI. But, yeah, let's quickly set this up so I don't have to muck around with it later. Boom, 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 interact, scroll down. Let's bring the score up ever so gently. A little bit. There we go. That'll change to 0-0 once Rugby Passes website updates. Ben says, let's go Reds. Simon says, good evening, everybody. Frank says, happy Easter, folks. Big win for the Chiefs. Not sure what was bigger, the big win or the female tackle. Female clobbered one of the replacement forwards for the Waratahs. It was brutal. Hey, Jules says, a Force game. Hope we perform. Here's hoping. Because the Force really, really, really need a win, Jules. Jesus says, happy Easter, everybody. Been a while, been busy with training, doing for a half marathon. Jezza has been running very well. I am due a run, mate. I haven't been for a run for most of the week, I think. I need to go for a run tomorrow morning, maybe. Thud, how's it going? Alaran, how's it going? EST, all the way from Thailand, man. And yes, Alaran, the Chiefs were very good. Footy Finn, good Reds man in the chat as well. We've got a Force fan in Jules and a Reds fan in Footy Finn. I'm a minute into the game, just FYI. The Force have got the ball. They've gone through 5-6 phases. They're in the Reds half. They could use a bit of go forward. I am waiting for the score to update on Rugby Pass's website. It still says 9:35, even though the game is a minute into the action. Would you say that McCright, Peter, Steph, and Savi would make up a nasty southern back row? They would complement each other pretty well, wouldn't they? Oh, this game kicks off at the same time as the Broncos. I didn't realise that. Who schedules their event first, though? The league or the rugby? If the league scheduled it second, then there's nothing the rugby can do about it. But I don't know how that works. This thing is annoying me. I'm going to fix that. Why does it still say 9:35? On the actual website, it's already updated with the time. Anyway. Ian's also back in the Reds. Alaran lives out in Western Australia, so I'm assuming the Force are your second team, Alaran. How has Super Rugby been going? Who's looking like the favourites? Jezza, it's been a bit of a weird season. The Chiefs were predicted to kind of dominate, but they've been up and down. The Crusaders were 6th going into last night's game. It's the Hurricanes who've been a bit of a surprise package. Umming and ahhing as to whether to buy the EPCR TV weekend pass or not. I bought it one season, I think. No, I bought the URC TV, and that's run by the same people. And it wasn't very good. If it is any good, or if any of the other people in chat have used it, let us know. The reason I didn't like it is because they don't allow you to pause, to rewind, to fast forward. It's live or nothing. Or like a replay an hour later. So, for me, that's not very good service in 2026. Alaran is so keen for the Force win. I'm so keen for the Force to win. Sorry, Subaru. Would put the Chiefs first. I mean, oh, you mean third? Oh, yes, right. You're talking about that. Nice. Frankie, I almost missed this in the chat. You got your Auckland job starting on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Good man. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, everybody. Happy Easter. Congrats to Frankie on the job. Welcome to Auckland, man. City of Sails. Hopefully you don't have to get stuck in traffic, because traffic sucks. We're 4 minutes into this game. And yes, Jezza, smash the like button. Thank you, pal, for the reminder. 21 watching, only 10 likes. Yeah, that's true. Hit the like. YouTube likes a like, is all I can say. There's a lot of European rugby on tomorrow morning for me, but the kickoff times are not looking favourable. The only game on which is on at a good time is like the Harlequin Sale game, which I'll be honest is not going to be the biggest draw. Off to New Zealand in May if the world can keep sensible. Oh, good man, Aileron. Gonna pop by Auckland? Oh, yes, you will. All the international flights coming through Auckland, eh? I don't know what ticket prices are like with the fuel thing. Yeah, footy. Tizano is not playing. He's unavailable for this one. They've got some debutant. I think he's an Irishman, is he? Who at least played in Ireland before at number 7. You wish Sky never got rid of the broadcasting rights to the Champions Cup. I agree. Oh, big aerial contest there, but I guess it was a good contest because there's nothing doing there. That was a big collision between Pritchard and Lancaster. Yeah, I guess the Champions Cup wanted to go in-house with more territory, so they took it away from Sky, or Sky's offer didn't match what they thought it was worth. I haven't been paying for it, so I don't know if they're making any money off their Champions Cup broadcasting service. If it was a good service, I would pay for it, but the service sucks. What can I say? Jack Daly played for Munster a few times, I think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, Jules. But is he an Aussie who played in Ireland, or is he an Irishman who's working in Australia? Traffic in Christchurch was awful today. I got some pre-moving prep. Oh, man. Oof. Reds are looking dangerous, but they've just lost the ball forward. Yeah, it is knockout games, Frank. I think the majority of the games are looking pretty, like predictions-wise, they're pretty lopsided, but I mean, it's knockout games, so who in the hell knows? But yeah, there's no real knife-edge looking games in the predictions. But still some good teams going to be in action. Sky is a very penny-pinching organisation trying to give money to their shareholders instead of providing the product for their customers to watch in the morning. Yeah, that's all a bit above my pay grade. But they do seem to be focusing on the things that make them money. Like they got rid of the netball. They don't have any rugby apart from Super Rugby and All Blacks, I think. Or like Sanzar Rugby in the Six Nations. Thought says I quite like EPCR TV now, but it sucked in December. The last time I used it was last year, so tell me how it's improved. Please. Like, I'll pay for it if it's good. And he's definitely Irish with the accent, the force number 7. Okay. You've seen more of him than I have. I put him in my fantasy team. Because my fantasy team's been going terrible. But anyway. Aileron says he's still scratching his head. This is based on the Chiefs game that Finau actually played relative to his size and speed. He's always been a big guy who you just want to throw his body around, and he did it. And he looked good, didn't he? Big tackle, big carry, scored a try. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100% Sky have gotten rid of a lot of the replays for Super Rugby from the previous seasons in Rugby Championship. Okay. Their current system is better than their old one. When I first signed up for Sky Sports service, you only had like 24 hours to watch whatever game it was. And then it was gone. Which sucked. Now they at least keep stuff in the catalogue for a while. Connor, man, how's it going? Long time no see in a live stream. Prem is on Sky TV. Yeah, that's true. They do have the Prem. I think it's the only rugby apart from Super Rugby sans Six Nations that they put on, I think. I hadn't seen that Lomax was out, but yes, Jules and Toaster are right. That's now Kurtley Beale on the 23 jumper this week. Jezza, this is Sky TV in New Zealand. It's confusing that they have the same company name. Yeah, the Force are looking alright, Thud. They are on the 5 metre line. 5 phases. Painga Mose has a carry. Go, son, over the advantage line. 3 metres out. Slow ball, though. Come on. Let's go, Force. Got to score, really, make a game of it. Oh, here's the new man Daly in my fantasy team. He's not going to get a try. They got advantage. That's got to be a try. They've got it. Franco Molina gets it. I thought they had it the first time, to be fair. Irish Yossi, Irishman in Melbourne here. I'm still struggling to decide on what Super Rugby team I should pick since there's no Rebels. Well, you could always go with my Blues at the same colour as the Rebels. Great try from Molina. That's quick thinking. New Zealand Sky does have some Major League Rugby matches. Oh, okay. I hadn't even seen that. Let me have a look. Hold on. Sky Sports New Zealand. Sports. Rugby. What do they got? Super Rugby. Oh yeah, they've got MLR. They've still got the Six Nations content there. They've got Sevens. They've got Premiership. And then they show Women's Premiership. They show some of the rugby chat shows, like Rugby Heaven from Australia, Between Two Posts from Australia. Yeah, it seems to be most of it. Used to be a lot more. Five teams on the bye, Frankie. Yeah, some people have been telling me it's due to like Easter and the amount of players who want to be home with families for the religious holiday, but it's never been a thing in the past. I want to support Moana, but they've been disappointing this year. They have too many players gone. Like, how many players did they lose in the off season? Players out 20. 20. Players in 20. That is surely the most of anybody. Oh, let me just compare it to the Crusaders, who are usually a pretty stable club. Players in 9, out 12. So it's like double. And they've just brought through guys from the academy. And players in includes Lester Fainganuku, who's like a returning Crusader. Like Johnny Lee. Like some of these guys are just academy guys. You know what I mean? They're not like new players. Anyway. Oh, Distracted Sports, the married man. Where are you, Tony? Are you in Thailand or are you in New Zealand still? You can't be in Thailand watching my live stream. You've got to be on your honeymoon. The Force need all the support they can get, says Jules, although it's frustrating as F. Yeah, she's not wrong. They've never made the playoffs, ever. And they've been in Super Rugby for a number of years. But the Drua would have the most religious squad, says Alaran. Yeah, I would imagine. And yet they had to play. Oh, Robertson looks pretty groggy. He's going off. He's in my fantasy team. Distracted is in Thailand on honeymoon, sweating his nuts off, watching me. Come on, Tones. What's Lids up to? By the way, Tony's wedding was very nice. Classy. Class. He was dressed in his very nice green suit, gave a very touching speech. Gave a very touching speech about his brother in particular, which was a real heart warmer, tear jerker. Hell of a wedding, Tony. Daramundi's jumping on to say up the Reds. Your Reds are down at the moment, Daramundi. Oh my goodness, it's Tony from Distracted Sports.
Oh, what's up, player?
Tony from Distracted Sports is in Thailand.
Oh, I'm here. In Thailand, a little Thai special. Coming to you live and loud.
Oh,
Poha, snorkeling.
okay.
But what I really want to know is what's happening with the Reds and whoever they're playing. So what's the go?
The Reds are down 7-0. They conceded early.
Damn it. Who are they playing?
The Force. I was just saying how you gave a really nice speech at your wedding. Your speech was a real tearjerker. You know, you're talking about your brother. It was very, very touching stuff.
It is touching stuff. I've had practice nailing the wedding speech second time round.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Yeah. I think my third one is just got an absolute.
Oh, the third one's going to be a banger, a real banger.
Yeah, it's going to be a real banger. The ladies are going to be like total. I'm going to be knee deep in plunge after that one. It's going to be amazing. You'll need gumboots, mate.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. That's more than I expected. My mum's in the house, just so you know.
Oh, Dawn.
She's not in this room, but she is in the house.
All right. Well, so the Force are looking good.
They're looking all right. The Force a decent value for their 7-0 lead, although they just conceded a scrum penalty, so ominous times.
Right. How many people are on the stream?
There are 30 viewers, including yourself, I assume, or have you closed it now?
I'm off now.
Okay,
I'm off now.
not including you then.
I've got the live experience now. Let's everyone for Janae drop a like, bitches.
Yes.
And if you're feeling particularly fruity, give the man some cash, you cheap bastards.
Junaid hasn't been in the stream. He must be a busy man.
Yeah, Junaid's the man. Junaid is the man. Anyway, I'm walking to get pick up some washing at the moment.
Oh, good man.
I've just been to Koha. I went to Koha and a place called Roy Ming to go snorkeling today.
Nice.
And I am burnt to a crisp.
The weather looks very, very nice.
Like a sausage sizzle that's been on the barbecue too long.
The weather looks good, if nothing else. The weather looks good. Oh, the Reds have just scored. All right, I think I've lost Tony. But the Reds have just scored. I was too busy chatting to Tony. I missed part of that. Too busy looking at Tony's face. And thanks for the likes, people who liked. Line out move, Uru, pass to Paisami out the back, and Junkyard Dog. Oh my goodness, what a well-worked try. It is all evened up. She's all level now. As a Canes fan, I'm slightly annoyed that the Canes' second bye was at the same time as other teams' first. Yeah, I agree. Well, dog, it's bizarre timing. Now they've got the rest of the season to play. No more breaks. Connor says, would you agree that Scotland in the north or Argentina in the south always promising but failing to deliver on the big stage, overachievers falling short? Argentina have had some pretty big scalps. They've beaten us multiple times. They've beaten the Box on that one year when the Box were looking for like a grand slam of the rugby championship. Scotland last year were a bit disappointing, but this year they've been very interesting. Maybe. They're unpredictable, if nothing else. I remember my sister's wedding. Her husband gave me rugby ball shaped cufflinks. Well, there you go. There were no rugby ball shaped cufflinks that I was aware of at Tony's wedding. He definitely missed out in that regard. Any key plays to note from the Chiefs game? What happened in the Chiefs game? Tupaia scored a couple. Pretty nice. Likewise, Talmofalau. He looked alright. They kept trying to kick the ball through for Talmofalau. He's got the wheels to do it, I suppose. He's still finding his feet with the Chiefs, I think, though. It's another red scrum penalty. This is, yeah, the Force will be in trouble if this keeps up. Fleshin, man, did I say hello to you? Hello, pal. And yeah, Pritchard getting injured sucks. There's been a few guys go off. Robertson went off. He's been replaced by Fangase. And Pritchard went off. He's been replaced by Tim Ryan, who just scored. So we've lost a couple of players already. Thud Rays, I'm still waiting for your call on the Champions Cup TV service. Is it good? Can you pause it? Can you rewind it? Like if the game's on at 4:30, can I get up at 5 and then start the game like from the start while it's still playing and then fast forward through the scrum setting? You know what I mean? Give myself another 30 minutes sleep, or do they not allow pausing and stuff? Do you think Super Rugby Pacific might be 3 games because of the Champions Cup round of 16 not a factor? I don't think it's a factor. The Venn diagram of people in New Zealand who watch Super Rugby and watch Champions Cup probably pretty small. They'd be more likely to schedule it due to something with the NRL or just holidays, I think, than the Champions Cup. Scotland can't compare to Argentina. Argentina's way better. Argentina v Scotland rugby history. Argentina certainly had the bigger scalps in recent years than Scotland. These guys played in 2025 and Argentina won. Oh, that's right. That was the big lead that the Scots blew. The Scots beat them back in 2022, but that's a while ago now, and that was in Argentina. Union players should wear helmets like in the NFL. I don't think that would help. Never done that live in the EPCR. I just watched the game. Replays, though, easy to pause, fast forward. Okay. Yeah, try one and let me know. I mean, I could just as easily ask their support team. I asked them when they first set it up, I said, do you guys allow that? And they said no, but we're thinking about it. Who's the best winger in the world? Louis Bielbiere or Max Jorgensen? They're pretty different, eh? If you want pure try scoring and chasing kicks, then Louis Bielbiere is basically the best at what he does. He may be the best that I've ever seen, like in terms of that particular skill set. I've never seen a guy whose move is like just chasing kicks quite like that. He is incredible. His anticipation, his handling, his speed is just. At times he seems unstoppable, but then he didn't seem as unstoppable when he played in November last year. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, try time. Joe Bryle. Kalani Thomas did well to set that up. The Reds are in the lead. Crowd like that one. Yep, penalty for scrum time. Kalani Thomas tapped it. Joe Bryle, support line, boomfa. Good try comes from the scrum and quick play from the halfback. Joe Bryle up against several force backs was never going to work out that well. Pete Samu had a good game against the Chiefs. Made a ton of tackles. Him and Charlie Gamble. And scored a nice try. Conversion has the post, so it's 12-7. Where does Bielbiere rank amongst all-time wingers? That's a hard question, seeing as he's only 22. 22. Imagine how good he can go. At present, he's right up there for sure. Great heads up try and support line, 100%. Thud. Scrum advantage, just go, says the halfback. And then Bryle had the heads up play to be in the right place for the support line. Yeah, bang on. Jesus says Bielbiere was the player of the Six Nations. Do you agree? Yeah, I think so. His try scoring record was incredible. I mean, McCloskey had a great tournament as well. But, and Menicello was good. But, I mean, Bielbiere's try scoring was genuinely incredible. Lomu only played 40 tests, and I think people consider him the GOAT winger. Yeah, would he have played more now if he was coming through now? Do the All Blacks play more tests than in like the 90s? Imagine if he'd stayed healthy. That's the scary thing with Lomu. How many tests has Bielbiere played? 27. At least according to Wikipedia, which is not always up to date. All the comparisons about GOAT, etc. are bullshit, says Footy Fin. They're really hard to compare because the game changes so much. Like, even back in Lomu's day, people would say, like, detractors of Lomu would say, man, just got to kick it over his head. And he really struggles to turn around. You know what I mean? So, and that was back in the day when the game was only just turning professional, when the analysis was nowhere near what it is now. So you got to wonder, how would teams look to exploit Lomu's deficiencies now if he was coming through? But then also, what would analysts be able to get out of Lomu now? Imagine strength and conditioning coaches getting their hands on Jonah Lomu in peak condition now. Like, dude would be incredible. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but there's a like a school. What is that picture from his college? Um, like a sports awards plaque thing from the wall, and all the things that he was like the number one. I can't find a picture of it. All the things that he was the number one guy, and here it is. Let me see if I can bring it up. It's like junior boys, 100 meters, J Lomu, 100 meters hurdles, J Lomu, 200 meters, J Lomu, 400 meters, J Lomu, discus, shot put, J Lomu, javelin, J Lomu, long jump, J Lomu, high jump, J Lomu, triple jump, J Lomu. Like the guy was a freak, an absolute freak. So he was just such a natural athlete. Lomu changed the way the wingers are perceived. These days wingers generally are a lot bigger and stronger after he came along. Yeah, I think Kerwin was pretty big for his day, but certainly players generally have bulked up a ton. Like guys these days, big backline players are bigger than some of the old forwards, right? If BLBRA continues on this trajectory, says Brownie, he'll be one of the GOATs. That's the thing, with wingers, it's can they maintain it? Wingers tend to, like, look at Rico. When Rico started, he was freakishly talented as well. He was lightning quick, scoring crazy tries. There's been multiple All Blacks wingers who you thought, man, he's going to break Doug Howlett's record. Nobody's done it yet. Like, it looked like Julian Savia was going to do it for a while easily. Hasn't done it. Aileron saw him play college rugby. He was freaking amazing as a 15-year-old. He played lock as well in the past because he was such a big guy. Kerwin was the first massive power running bloke on the wing. Yeah, Tuingamala was another one. There were big wingers back in the day, but Lomu was on another level for sure. Has anyone ever told you look like Andre Pollard with glasses? People have said it. I showed my wife a photo of Andre Pollard and she can't see it. Wingers have a short career, then go to the midfield. Tell that to Makazole Mapimpi. He's still going on the bloody wing. New Zealand wingers have a short career and then go to centre. I think it's true. Other countries seem to get... Like Shane Williams played on the wing for bloody years for Wales. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard in New Zealand. Oh, here we go. Turnover ball. Kunzel. Oh, that kick's going to go touch. Ben Cohen and Shane Horgan are two examples, both over 6'3" and built like Yanks, but could shift. Yeah. Now you've said it, I can't unsay it. Yes, Mark does look like Andre Pollard with glasses. Maybe we're brothers from another mother. Maybe he's my long lost relative. Tanks. I thought that's what you meant, to be fair. Shane Williams, that guy was magic. He was freaking amazing footwork, eh? Turn of pace. Just dropped in to say thanks for your coverage, Mark and Joy. Appreciate that, brother. Happy Easter. Will Jordan will break Dougie's try record. He's only a few away. Will Jordan... How many is he on? All Blacks tries. Is it 45? The Force need a score here before half time. We're 30 minutes in. They're again 6 meters out. Champion Cribney is a little bit isolated. Support gets there. I would still like the ball to just be a touch faster. Come on, slightly quicker ball, Force. Come on, this is slow as. The Reds have got the time to set. There we go. There's some quick ball and we get over the advantage line. Come on. Oh, now they got advantage. They can have a crack. Try time. 2 tries for Franco Molina. Who had that on the bingo card? The Argentine. I think Dougie's on what, 49 tries? Oh, yeah, he's on 45 as old Will Jordan. Will Jordan's 28. He should beat it. He should beat it. If Tangitau played 120 tests and wins 3 World Cups, he'll be the GOAT. He's got to play 1 for the All Blacks so far. Who do you think's in better form at the moment? Donaldson or Gordon? I think Donaldson individually is playing all right, eh? But Gordon's obviously playing for a more successful team. From Nelson, New Zealand, who will win the Rugby World Cup 2027? Be nice to see the All Blacks win it, eh? For a change. We haven't won it for a while. $14-12. The Force are in front. Shane Williams tried his hand at Gaelic football. He got man of the match after his first game. The club wanted to keep him. Wasn't that some trading sports like documentary or something? I feel like I've seen that. He didn't know the rules and had to learn and whatnot. Will Jordan largely plays fullback these days, Jezza, despite the fact that a lot of Kiwis would like to see him on the wing where he tends to score a lot of tries and doesn't have to field as many high balls. I sent that video to you. I remember now. That'll be why I've seen it, Jez. I was wondering why have I seen Shane Williams playing Gaelic football? Because an Irishman sent it to me. That makes sense. Who is our best high ball specialist? No worries, Tony. That's okay. I'll forgive you. You might have lost your Wi-Fi. Who's our best high ball specialist? I mean, Geordie's always been pretty good under the high balls, but he's playing in the midfield, so he doesn't get much of a chance to field them these days. Give me a rundown of 5 words of what I've missed. Arm, wrestle, Aussie, derby, woohoo. I can't do it in 5 words. Red Scrum's been on top, but the Force is still in it. I love New Zealand rugby, but it does feel like we want to send our best fullbacks to the wing and our best 10s to fullback. Will the Force win? I still think the Reds will win. But I'm loving the Force playing well, and I would love to see the Force get a win because I would love to see the Force make the playoffs. Nothing against the Reds. I know there's more Reds fans in here than there are Force fans. If the Force was playing anyone but the Blues right now, I'd probably be kind of secretly hoping the Force get a win because you've got to be a long-suffering fan to be backing the boys. You know, this Sea of Blue, it's a hard sell, but people keep showing up. Will Jordan is excellent under the high ball, but was horrendously out of position for the ABs in 2025. Well, hopefully they fix that. Do you think the Reds winger Dalgunu can score? Oh, Kunzel again! But they've lost it forward. We haven't seen much of Dalgunu in this game, have we? We've only got 3 minutes until half time. I've got a bit of trivia for you. Maybe I should have a sneaky preview of this question. Oh, it's a Super Rugby question. Will wonders never cease? It's not a friggin' horse racing question on the old beer bottle cap. I'm looking forward to that. Who will win the Rugby World Cup 27? The six from the teams from the Six Nations. I mean, France would be the easy pick, but right off the Irish under Andy Farrell at your peril. That guy's a smart coach. I think we saw the difference of having him around in the Six Nations. Reds have got one last crack at it before half time. Bryle's just won a line out. They're mauling it. They've conceded a penalty. Payankamosa got in there. Your Blues and my Canes next week, bro, could go either way. Hold on a second. Let me see next week's fixtures. Highlanders host the Brumbies. Moana host the Chiefs. Hurricanes Blues. Oh, yeah. Both teams coming off the bye. Canes at home. Your guys will be favourites, man. I'll be surprised if we win that one. But hey, I shouldn't be pessimistic. Fletcher Anderson, geez, he's been playing well. Woody, so many good loosies in New Zealand, though. How long has he been overseas? How many seasons? Oh, this is only his first year overseas, is it? Oh, what? The Force has scored again? The Force? What? If there's a semi-final Auckland tickets are on you, hopefully, for Frankie, not counting anything with the Blues this season. Look at this. Wide ball through the hands. Cut out pass. And then was that Kunzel with the... Oh, man. Passing it right before he got clobbered. Great hands from the Force. That's a hell of a try. Champion de Cribney with the assist. What a try. Great try. I think that's the try of the game so far, hey? Slick. So slick. Matt Greeley got the try for the Force. That's half time. Wow. How's my fantasy team going? Robertson, I heard he got injured. He scored 2 points. Jock Campbell's not doing jack. Darby Lancaster's got 28 points. Kalani Thomas has got 22 at 9 for the Reds. There was some effing tries. Are you actually watching the game, Tony? What? You're watching the game from Thailand? No way. Did the Canes break the Reds? They may well have done. with that hiding they gave them last week. I'm in so much debt if the Reds lose. Jules says we look good, but we've been in this position a lot. Yeah, 21-12 is by no means done and dusted. All right, shall we have a wee bit of rugby trivia? Never bet more than you can afford to lose, I guess, is the only thing, man. Still a long time to go. Here we go. Question is Super Rugby related. It says, how many Super Rugby teams has Tamati Ellison played for? How many Super Rugby teams has Tamati Ellison played for? Just caught on the phone. This comment's brought to you by NordVPN. There you go. Ducks Quack says 4, and Ducks Quack has got it correct. 4 teams. He played for the Blues, the Hurricanes, the Highlanders, and the Rebels. Ducks Quack, well done. And Fijian dude got it there as well. Well done, team. 4 tries. Tamati Ellison. One of them now defunct. And now he's coaching. Tamati Ellison's a full-time rugby coach, so good to see him still in the game. Shall we do some stats for halftime? Let me see. What do I think of the Chiefs' performance? It was pretty good. I think it was expected. I maybe didn't expect it to be quite by that much. They scored some nice tries. The scrum was maybe the most impressive fact. Like, they had a few times where they would get their line broken and whatnot, but they were able to scramble all right. All right, halftime stats. Possession, Force, 58-42. Territory, Force, 64-36. Defenders beaten 18-8 to the Force. Clean breaks 5-2 to the Force. Offloads 3-1 to the Force. Goodness me. Tackles 90 attempted by the Reds, 50 by the Force. Apart from their scrum getting hammered, everything is going for the Force. The penalty count is 9-2 against the Force. How many of those penalties are there props? Yeah, that guy Epinesa, the prop, he has conceded 4 of the 9 penalties. So, yeah, he's having a tough go. Who's been fumbling the most ball? Turnovers lost. Jock Campbell with 3, Ikuasi with 2. So someone who mentioned that in the comments was right. Dalgunu, Fluke, and Gordon 1 each. Bridge, Kunzel, and Robertson 1 each. Canes have the hardest run home. We have the Blues, Chiefs, Satyrs, Brumbies. One thing people have been saying about the Canes this season is that they haven't played like teams up the top of the table enough yet to be, to get a read on where they're at. And they might be right. Oh, fuck me. What's wrong with me? Come on, Mark. You can open a bottle of beer. All right. Second trivia question. Is it rugby related? Oh, it's rugby related. I don't believe it. It is rugby related. All right. Are you ready for this? Which year Did the Highlanders first play at Forsyth Bar Stadium? Any guesses? Which year did the Highlanders first play at Forsyth Bar Stadium? (2009) is not correct. 2011's closer, but apparently not quite right. Thud's got it. 2012. 2012 is the first year they played down there. Have any of you guys been there? I went back when John Kerwin was still coaching the Blues. That was a long time ago, and the Blues lost, but I wanted to go check out the stadium. What year would that have been? John Kerwin, Blues coach. What year would that have been? 2013 to 2015. 2015 Super Rugby season. Yeah, John Kerwin. We were terrible. We did not win many games, particularly against New Zealand teams. I got a trivia question. Of all active teams, I got a trivia question. Of all teams active in comp, which Super Rugby team has the longest time between their last championship and now? Of the teams who've won it, must be the Brumbies. Thud's also got the Brumbies. Has to be the Brumbies. The Brumbies haven't won it for a long time. The Blues won it only a couple of years ago. Will I come check out the new Christchurch Stadium anytime, Frank? I definitely will. At some point. Yeah, I have to find a reason to go down to Christchurch at some point. The Kerwin era was a bad time for the Blues. It was. I've just actually found the game. It was 2015. I know it was 2015 because the scoreline says 30 points to 24. And you think, that's close. But I remember that game being pretty crap because the try scorers, Malakai Fekitoa scored on the 11th minute, then Naholo on the 17th, and then there's a 38th minute Fekitoa second try, plus they had a penalty in the first half. And the Blues, I don't think, scored any in the first half at all. So the first half was terrible. The Blues had a big comeback in the second half just to tease me that we might be able to squeeze it, but no. Kevin Mialamu try on the 77th minute was not enough to get it done. George Moala, Patrick Tuipulotu, and Kevin Mialamu try scorers for the Blues. Dan Bowden was playing as our 10. That's a long time ago. Long time ago. Not good times for the Blues. Do you think Holland is a good first coach for the Blues? Honestly, I was not particularly inspired by the pick. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought Kerwin was going to be a good coach. So what do I know? When was the last time Australia won in New Zealand? Ooh, geez, that's a long time ago. It's not the Eels kick, is it? Have you guys won since then? Like won in New Zealand against New Zealand? Because you won games in the 2011 World Cup when you came here. Depends if you're saying against New Zealand. there was a draw in Wellington. That's the one Footy's talking about, down in Wellington, where Reece Hodge missed that kick to win it. Which one is it? I went to the game where you guys beat the Italians in 2011, North Harbour Stadium. I'm going to look it up. If someone doesn't tell it, I'm not going to say it if I find it. We've got a pretty good record in recent years, to be fair. We've not lost to the Wallabies in a long time. Other than South Africa, Ireland, and Argentina, who else has beaten us since 2000? The British and Irish Lions have beaten us. France have beaten us. Is it the Eels kick the last time we lost in New Zealand? I can't find many. I'm looking at the wiki page, but my eyes are getting bleary because it's 10:30. I'm an old man. Yeah, England a few times as well. That's true. We lost to England just last year. Oh, but he's saying beat us in New Zealand. Sorry. Yes. Since 2000. Sorry. That's the difference. Like Clive Woodward's beaten us in New Zealand. I remember that. Ahead of 2003 World Cup. Yeah, Ireland's done it. Ireland come and won that bloody series down here. Yeah, coming down to New Zealand is usually pretty tough, though. Adam's at the game. Hi, Adam. How's it going? Interesting game so far. It's still half time. Do we have an official answer for that one? They have just snuck one in since the Eels kick in Welly. Oh, that's what Tony said. The last win in New Zealand was when they beat Wales in the 21-18 third place playoff of the World Cup. I knew that was the trick question, eh? 2011. It's a win in New Zealand, but not over New Zealand. I was on to you from the start. Wasn't I? I mentioned that. Aussie's last win in New Zealand wasn't. You're like the last team, other than the All Blacks, to win at Eden Park. Wasn't France when they beat us at Eden Park. It was Scotland because they beat Samoa. That's the kind of trivia stuff, eh? Second half is underway, folks. 25 seconds in. Is anyone doing an Easter egg hunt tomorrow? My kids did one at my brother's house on Friday, and I was a bit of a stick in the mud because my mum took the kids there and I stained my little deck out the front. Deck being D-E-C-K. Every time I do voice to text thinks I'm saying something else. New Zealanders have a reputation for not being able to pronounce that word properly. Oh, the Reds have just gone into touch as they look to close the gap in this game. Hobbit says, I'm watching Wonka Kids. Got the TV remote. Oh no. Wonka Kids? What the hell's Wonka Kids? The Force have very nearly fluffed their exit attempt, but thankfully their knock-ons come off a foot instead of a hand. Aileron goes away for 15 minutes and the Force are 9 points up. They are. Yeah, they scored a couple of nice tries. I'm still fuming about the 2015 finals, the Landers. You know, when me and Tony went to Martin Devlin's show, Martin Devlin expressed a similar sentiment. As a Canes fan, he's also seemingly not very happy with that. Oh, Victoria, g'day, how's it going? Where's my Bordeaux jersey? Somewhere. Victoria. How's Bordeaux? You looking forward to them playing Leicester this weekend? Who am I picking to win Super Rugby this year, Scott? Oh, of course, the Blues. Of course, easily. Surely. Vern's last season. Has to be the Blues. I mean, right now on form, you'd say the Canes, but I don't know. Chiefs squad looks deep. Probably the Chiefs. We lost 2 games in a row, 94 versus France. You know, my dad was at that France game that we lost. Crazy, eh? He didn't take me, but I was only a wee lad. Bordeaux's going to be a balmy mid-20s all week. Spring has sprung. That's nice. The winter feels like it's starting to creep in down here. Who has the best scrum in the comp? Ooh, whose scrum has been dominating thus far? Not the Blues. The Blues have been struggling. Frank wasn't even born with the 94 loss. Geez, you're young. I was already like 10. You're a young man, Frank. Darby Lancaster's going all right. Dalgunu very nearly got a turnover for the guy who was looking for him to score a try. Sada's scrum. Landers scrum. Tars scrum's gone on its ass. Brumbies will make the final. Still heartbroken the Canes had to wait until after Nono and Smith left to win Super Rugby. That's true. That's true. I wasn't born until after Y2K. Holy shit, man. Y2K. I was just old enough. Was I? How old was I in Y2K? 17? Not quite old enough to go out and enjoy like the Millennium New Year's, like as able to go out to bars and stuff. Just slightly too young. Unfortunately. I seem to remember the weather was a bit shit. But I could be talking out my backside. It's a long time ago. You know, the scary thing is, I know this is a distraction from the rugby, but when I go back and look at photos, you know how you look at like old photos and everyone looks old? Like even young people look old in old photos. I go back and look at my own photos, not of me, but just because not me, of course, but like photos that I took when I was a 21-year-old traveling to China, and everything looks fucking ancient. Like the cars look old because they are old now. The buildings, like the photo quality, just everything. People's fashion, hairstyles, it just looks ancient. It looks very old. Third works with a guy who was born after Tana retired. They missed out then. I was there watching Tana do the spear tackle on Brian O'Driscoll. My little sister got told she looked young for someone born in 2000. Ugh, jeez, that's brutal. That's brutal. Oh well, getting old sucks, but everyone does it. I just get overjoyed anytime I get asked for ID these days. It's happened once in about the last 4 years. And I think it's because I was buying like RTDs instead of beers. As a Canes fan, I would love a Canes Blues grand final. Oh, God, here go the Force. Come on, Greeley, go. Oh, George Bridge was so close. Come on. Slow ball. They're 3 metres out, the Force. They can extend the lead. They got advantage. Harry Johnson Holmes is going to try and burrow over. They are a metre out, if that. RTD is like those ready to drink drinks, like pre-mixed, like. Oh! Did he score? Did he reach out and score? I think the touchy's given it. Frankie feels old when a client's date of birth starts with a 2. I feel old when, apart from when I look in the mirror, when I have to give my date of birth and you got to scroll. It's like flick, motherfucking flick, flick, flick to find my date of birth. Is this a try? Oh, has he grounded that? I think he might have lost it. Yeah, he's lost that. So close. I feel old because my doctor has started showing more interest in my behind than what's in front. There you go. That's another one. I caught up, it's a couple of years ago now, but I caught up with one of my old high school mates that I hadn't seen for like 15 or 20 years. And I remember among our first conversations was about surgeries. Like I'd had surgery on my knee and he'd had surgery on his back. Like old man conversations. Oh, my knee. My knee still gives me trouble. Oh, my back. I had a back operation. Yep, that's old man conversations. Spear tackle happened before the Henry handball. I still remember the Thierry Henry handball against Ireland. I used to follow football back then. Believe it or not. Feel when I'm looking in the mirror, seeing the wrinkles, Jules. I know the feeling. If the Hurricanes get a home final, they better win it this time. Well, didn't the year the Blues won it, wasn't it the Chiefs that went to Wellington and like didn't the Hurricanes top the table? Chiefs win and won the semi and then lost the final. You guys did us a favor, Chiefs. Donaldson with the cross kick. Oh, Darby Lancaster has just scored a great try and he's hurt himself in the process. This commentator's just stolen my word for word. Oh my goodness. What a cross kick. How the hell did Lancaster get above Campbell? How on earth has he done that? Oh, but he's twisted his leg on the landing. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Hell of a try, though. Hell of a try. That says my doctor of 40 years has just retired and told me where to get my hip replaced in a few years. Right. Yeah, I've had 2 doctors retire on me, so there you go. Yeah, Darby Lancaster really hurt. The way he landed did not look nice. I hope it's not an ACL. But yeah, it's not looking good for Darby Lancaster. But man, the Force are up 28-12. Donaldson's still on. It's just Lancaster that's gone off. 2 cents. Here's my top 5 Super Rugby sides of all time. Crusaders 05, 06, 08. Blues 97, 98. Bulls 07, 09, 10. Yeah. I've never thought about ranking them like that. Nobody wants to see that happen. You're right, Jezza. It was pretty brutal. He's been playing really well as well, Darby Lancaster, all season. I put him in my fantasy team because he's been playing awesome. Who was it earlier that said that the Hurricanes break the Reds? Maybe they busted them mentally. Jules, I don't think they said anything, but I don't think he came back on at halftime. I don't think they said anything. Annoying part. That's funny. Footy Finn's doing alright despite what's going on. Canes always seem to run out of season by the end of the season. Run out of steam by the end of the season. The early bye doesn't help. Yeah. I don't think they've been done proper with the buys this year. Big tackle from Wilson. Force just need a nice calm exit kick here. Do you still follow football and what team did you support? I follow United. I don't really follow football anymore. I haven't followed football for a number of years. I used to follow it when I lived in China, partly because like internet streaming when I was living in China. I know this is again ancient history, but I was living in China in the mid 2000s until like the mid 2010s. So internet streaming of sports was still kind of in its infancy back then, and it was a lot harder to stream rugby than it was to stream football. I've always been a sports fan, so it was much easier to find football streams. So you're not going to like this as a United fan, but I was following Liverpool. A little bit of head on head from Wilson on Molina. He might get in trouble here. Yeah, so Rafa Benitez era Liverpool. followed by like the Kenny Dalglish era, like his second time in charge of Liverpool, Brendan Rodgers, and then interestingly, by the time Jurgen Klopp got in charge, I kind of stopped following football, so I missed all Liverpool's kind of recent success. What can I say? I moved back to New Zealand and rugby was back on the menu. Wilson's got himself in trouble for that head on head. It's not much, but they are pretty strict with that. Frank's a Liverpool man and Jezza is living in Liverpool, so there you go. You can't switch from Liverpool to Man United. No, you cannot. Yeah, I don't really follow any of the teams anymore. I got pissed off with all the play acting, especially at internationals. It's not as common in the Premier League, I feel, at least back when I used to watch it. But like watching Italy play and roll around on the floor used to drive me bonkers. I don't know why. I didn't enjoy watching them play. Back in the 2000s and mid 2010s. Rugby is better than football anyway. I much more enjoy watching rugby. I became a United fan because of Ronaldo during the Fergie era. So I think I hated Man United because they were so successful. And I've got big time tall poppy syndrome, and I wanted to see them fall off a cliff. They were just too successful. Diving ruins football for me. I love a game, but I can't watch it. Exactly. I can't handle the play acting anymore. Like after watching rugby and then watching the soccer guys roll around or football guys roll around on the floor, I just can't do it anymore. I did it for a long time, but I can't handle it. Sean Connery did something much worse. He switched from Celtic to Rangers. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you could do that. I thought that was like religious grounds on those two teams. Man, the Reds have not only got a yellow card, but they've just conceded a penalty deep down their own end. And the Force are going for the jugular. The Force are going for touch, and Ben Donaldson's just put it 5 meters out. I love rugby, but living in England, I have learned how to love local football team, Oxford United. What division are Oxford United in? Isn't their symbol a bull? Is it a bull or it's a bull, isn't it? It's a horned bovine animal. They wear yellow. I feel like they wear yellow. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm talking up my butt. The Force are mauling it. It's not really going anywhere. He's going to get the use it call. Pangamosa peels off. Robertson to Beale. Beale gets smashed. Quick ball. No, it's slightly slow. Robertson. It's an ox. Okay, there we go. Pretty close. Pretty close. That's not bad from a rugby guy, right? Down in New Zealand, who's never been to the UK. I'll take that. I'm going to blow my own trumpet here and say me knowing Oxford United's logo is impressive in some way. Pangamosa's gone close again. Quick ball, Robertson. Come on, move it. Let's go. Beale. Donaldson. Oh, that was a bit ugly. Bottom of the championship and you're in dark blue. I don't know. They were in the championship. Ooh, the Reds are getting another yellow card warning. That's another yellow card warning for the Reds. They could be going down to 13 very shortly. Did you ever rate Dusatois? Dude was a machine. Absolute machine. Force have been dominant throughout this game. They have been very good, mate. Still 20 to go, but they've been good. Not too bad. 49 watching and 39 thumbs up. But click the like. Yeah, do it, folks. Remember, there's channel memberships. They're very cheap. Frankie's got one. Jez has got one. Banterous Lemon's got one. They're pretty cheap. You get a little thing next to your name. You get different emojis to use. What can I say? Right, 5 meter line out time. Not contested. Champion de Krebny has been taken 5 meters out the force. They really need a score here to keep the Reds more than at arm's length. Johnson Holmes is close. It's a mixture of... Oh, Pangamosa's got it. Try time. Oh, my goodness. Wow. This is not going to the script, Force fans. Reds fans. My goodness. I mean, there's still time, but Jesus, is a big lead. It's a big, big lead. Speaking of Oxford, the rugby varsity match between them, Cambridge doesn't get much press anymore, unlike the boat race. I wonder why that is. Pierce Spiess. Why are we talking about Pierce Spiess? He was a physical specimen of a man when he was playing. I'm assuming he's retired. Pierce Spiess was to like loose forwards what Jesse Creel is to backs. Just seemingly built all muscle. Oh, the Force have just knocked on the restart, so they're going to put themselves immediately under some pressure. Donaldson should definitely be in contention for the Wallabies, Jules. I wonder what Joe didn't like about him last year. Because, yeah, it was surprising. They rushed Carter Gordon back in rather than giving Ben Donaldson a crack. Schmidt hates Dono. Yeah, what is up with that is what I want to know. Robbie. 2 cents, you're streaming when I wake up. Best start to a Saturday. Yeah, man, I figure I should do the streams semi-regularly. The kickoff time for the late Super Rugby game works pretty well. My kids are in bed. People in your part of the world are starting to wake up. So yeah, it goes all right. Did I ever follow cricket, Frankie? I did, way back in the day. Back when Stephen Fleming, Sachin Tendulkar, like those guys were still playing. Brian Lara. Yeah. A long time ago. Oh, intercept time, but nah, it's an advantage anyway. Dalgunu, I think he's still on. He's not having many chances. Yeah, Dalgunu's still on. I did used to play cricket a long time ago. Very long time ago. I was alright at cricket. I was nothing special. Everything's way back in the days. Wow, I'm an old man. Yep. My son is closer to being an 18-year-old than he is a newborn baby, which is already pretty weird. He's closer to being an 18-year-old man. Oh, great line-out steal from Molina. I thought he'd gone off. I still play. We'll need to find a club in Auckland. Oh, man, he's still playing good stuff. Molina has got, like, tissues shoved out his nose, and yet he is still playing strong. Darren Winnie's popping in to say hi. I just saw the score. What's happening to the Reds? They're getting dominated at the moment. The Force have just had more possession, more territory, more carries, more line breaks, less drop ball, less missed tackles. I don't know. Reds have just knocked it on, so it is going to be a forced scrum, although at least the Reds are back to 15 now. Best rugby teams ever. New Zealand 2012 to 15, Lions 73, South Africa late 2023 to 2025. Well, it's hard to compare a 1970s team to modern teams, eh? Such a different game, but yeah. Is Beale one of those players that actually hurts the team long term because they keep playing him? He's only on the bench for this one, and he's been all right this season. So, but yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes, like, they can even limit the opportunities of younger guys getting an opportunity. Oh, man, Matt Greeley, the fullback for the Force, is playing with a lot of confidence in this game. He's just pushed the Reds all the way back into their own goal line, and the Reds just got a kick clear. I feel old because I was born in the same year as the first Rugby World Cup. You and me are not too different then in age. I'm a bit older than you, but you're the same generation as me. Rugby World Cup tickets are cheaper than FIFA tickets? Well, that doesn't surprise me. It's a bigger sport. But how much are those tickets? Where were you? Did you watch the 2011 final? I know exactly where I was. I was in a bar in China. I had been to the World Cup games in the pool stages. I'd come back to New Zealand to see the World Cup, but I had to go back to work in China. I was in a bar in Wuhan, 2011, so it's before it was world famous. The bar was called Blue Sky. Popular with foreigners, but it was deserted because it was the afternoon in China. There was nobody there except me and my Aussie mate. We drank beers and smoked cigarettes, and it was very tense. And when Trunduk lined up the penalty to take the lead, I had to go to the toilet because I couldn't watch. And then I came back from the bathroom and I saw he'd missed the kick. I was relieved in more ways than one because I'd just been to the bathroom and we hung on. It was stressful. Very stressful. It's where my mate Damien, who was an Aussie guy. He didn't give a shit about rugby, but he went to the bar with me to watch the game. So there you go. Force don't have the youth coming through. Same problem for years. They have to bring in developed players. Yes, you're right, Alaran. Different from the Brumbies who bring in academy guys. The Crusaders bring in academy guys. I think that's a factor. Damo, what a legend. Yep. Big rugby league guy. But he still suffered through watching a union final with me. I was in Wuhan for a day in 2005. Scariest taxi drivers on the planet. Yeah, they're pretty good. Get where you want to go pretty quick. Yeah, I might have been there that day. I was in China in 2005. First time I encountered Susan's rugby was with the Japanese beat the Irish in 2019. I went looking for a review of the game on YouTube. Oh, man. I still remember some guys had been throwing donations in the live stream of that game all day and like demanded that I go get some friggin' like liquor because I've been drinking beers like I am now for the live stream. They kept throwing money at me on the live stream to say, go drink something like harder. And I had to go get some like whiskey or Chinese booze and drank it on camera. Yeah. That was bizarre. That game, Alaran, is the first time someone at my work recognized me from YouTube, actually. It had never happened up until that point, but someone after that game had said, I was looking for the highlight to that game and I saw you. Was that you? Yeah, it was me. Me and my whiteboard. There's only 11 minutes in this game. Can the Reds come back from here? It doesn't look likely, does it? It's going to be a massive result if the Force keep on like this. Bonus point at the moment. Alaran was in Hong Kong in an Irish bar. There's always an Irish bar, eh? Even in Wuhan when I was living there was an Irish bar. That loss to Japan was a tough one because on the one hand, as an Ireland fan, it sucked. On the other hand, it was a rugby fan. It was undeniably a great game. Such a mixed feelings. Yeah, it was a big upset. I remember there's a Japanese, I think he's English, guy who lives in Japan. And he left a comment on my preview for that game saying that I was kind of like underrating the Japanese. And who was that Japanese lock? He was a big Kiwi guy. He was an older guy at that point. And I was like, come on, man. Japan's got this Kiwi journeyman in the second row. And Ireland's got James Ryan. Like, this is, like, it's a different level. And I felt like a bit of a dick after the game. Ooh, the Reds are making a push. 10 minutes to go. Nah, it wasn't Michael Leach. It was one of their locks. A white dude. I can't remember his name. Then Japan beat Scotland. That was after the typhoon. Remember? The Scots were very unhappy that they might not play the game after the typhoon. Was it Kane Thompson? Was it? Kane Thompson? That doesn't look like him. Oh, Japan Rugby Lock 2019. What's changed his name? What's his name? Luke Thompson. Luke Thompson. Yeah, Luke Thompson's the guy. He's almost my age. Well, I say almost my age. He's older than me. Here we go. Force, after holding them out defensively, are back on the attack. I think they're going to win this, folks. I don't think there's enough time. But I was like, Luke Thompson's no James Ryan. The Reds have got to score, what, 4 times? Force are going to win. Bonus point, I think, is the only question. Jules, I need to stream the Force games more often. Jules? Not that I'm taking responsibility for the Force winning, but I'm live streaming a Force game and they are winning. I do wonder why they're so rigid about when the calendar is, especially given the world climates, the fact that Northern Southern Affairs are on different calendars. Yeah. They knew it was typhoon season when they scheduled it in Japan. For sure. Yeah, more Force games, Jules. Can't wait for Wildcard's reaction to this game. Wildcard is always good for a wild reaction. A Wallabies loss is the best time to go and watch a Wildcard video, but there's no Wallabies at the moment. Most heartbreaking Blues game you ever watched? That time we hosted the Crusaders in the final. That was pretty brutal. They came and thumped us. The worst game I've ever seen was the Blues up against the Reds back when Tana was coaching and it ended in a draw. Don't ask me the year, but it's legit. The Force have just scored again. The Force have just scored another one. This is a hiding. This is a hiding. Oh my gosh. I did not see this coming. I picked the Reds all day long. My goodness, what a try. Murder. Yeah, somebody call the police. There's been a murder. You're right, Jezza. There was cancellations due to that typhoon. And it eliminated Italy. They still had a game to go against us, and it eliminated them. And Sergio Parise was pissed off. Oh, the TMO's going to kill it. No, no. No, don't do it. Let the Force have it. I hope it's no knock on. Whitelock took the Blues lineup apart in the final. I took home some cash. Yeah. Yeah, I remember nothing went right for the Blues in that game. My team's having a massive choke and you're talking about 2019. Well, you've just not conceded a try there. So there's that. But yeah, sorry, Footy Fin. I'm kind of happy for the Force. Like I said, it's not a thing against the Reds. If they were playing anyone but the Blues, I would be in the Force's corner. Playing all the New Zealand teams in a row has helped us, you think, Jules? You guys actually looked all right on the tour to New Zealand. I've been saying it a lot, and I genuinely believe it. The Force results were not embarrassing over in New Zealand. But yeah. Whitelock's always been such an intimidating player. He seemed like he was thought out of some lab. Freaky family as well. All his brothers play rugby. Luke's still playing for Poe, I think. His other brother was like a back. They played some, yeah, they got some good rugby players in that family. Hoping the Reds would go deep into the season. Well, the Reds are mucking up my rankings for them in the power rankings. They're going to plummet in the power rankings this week. The Reds are having to run it out of their own half. Their own 22 even. Reds have the Satyrs and the Blues next two games. Oh, here we go. Who had Dalgunu? Dalgunu's going to score a try. Dalgunu has just scored a try. The Reds have just broken out of their own 22, gone down the right wing. Fluke had men to his left, men to his right. He went with Dalgunu on his right, the speedster, instead of McRae on the left. That's buggered the bonus point for the Force, hasn't it? Because it's 5 tries to 3 now. Yeah, almost kept scoreless in the second half. Yeah, the bonus point has gone for the Force because now that's 5 tries to 3, isn't it? Yeah, the commentators have just said that as well. Was that just for fantasy, Fijian dude, or have you got some money on him as a try scorer? Les Kiss was good at London Irish footy fin, if it's any better. Probably not. Bonus point rule, Jezza, is indeed you need 3 tries more than your opponent. So the Force had it when it was 5 tries to 2, but now it's 5-3, so the bonus point is gone. Money on him. Good man. Good. I feel happy for you because you said you had money on the Reds. At least that takes a bit of the sting away. No worries, Scott. It's a good. I like sitting down to watch the games and have a chat at the same time. And I'm not doing a review on this game. I don't have to take any notes. I can just sit here, chat to you guys, drink some beers. It's good. I love it. Roller coaster of emotions. Well, it took how many minutes? 70 something, but he got it done for you. I'm happy for you. 75 minutes. Oh, look at that, Robbie. Six Nations versus Rugby Championship bonus point system. Six Nations also has the... I don't even know how to set up a poll on here. Six Nations also has the... But cheers, man, by the way. Thank you for that. It's the first one of the night. Thank you, Robbie. Six Nations also has the Grand Slam one, which the Rugby Championship doesn't have. Oh! Oh, the Force are so close. Oh, Force looked like they were so close to scoring there. 4-try bonus point is better, says Frank. It's simpler. It's way easier to keep track of. I like that about the 4-try one. If it was 4-try bonus points in this game, the Force would already have one, but the Reds would not, because it's 5-3. Four tries is better in my opinion, says Jezza. Grand Slam was just to mathematically make sure, yeah, that's right. They were worried about a team getting a Grand Slam but winning all the games without a bonus point, and another team winning all but one game with all bonus points. Yeah. Someone asked if I'm staying up to watch the next game, and I am not. Like the Stormers at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not. I think the bonus point system here is the same as the French one, though. I think the top 14 does the same bonus point system as here. Ryan, yes, the Force are winning comfortably. They got 30 seconds to try and get a bonus point if they can get a 6th try. Footy and Thuds are not overly optimistic about Les Kiss's chances with the Wallabies. Like I said, he was good with London Irish, which is not the Wallabies, so I don't know. Come on, Force. Can you get the bonus? Greal's a little bit isolated. Beale's a little bit isolated. Molina's had a good game. Molina's had a great game. Go, Molina. He's just got the hat-trick try. Franco Molina. Hat-trick bonus point. Unbelievable. No way did that just happen. No way. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my goodness. No way. I can't believe he scored. He's miles out for a lock. 1, 2. He's got guys riding on him. He's got people on his back. He still powers through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Bonus point for the Force. Holy shit, I didn't see this coming. Not just a win, but 40 points. 42 points to 19. Unbelievable. Wow. That's a result. That is a hell of a result. Well done, Force. I was thinking this one would be a bit of a nothing game. Honestly, I thought Reds will just stroll it in. But game of the round, I think. There's only been 3 games, but this is the game of the round. Game of the round. No worries, Jules. Happy Easter to you all. Cracking one to watch. Cheers to Robbie as well for the old super chat earlier, for the bonus point chat. But no, it's been good to have a chat and watch a hell of an upset. Jeez, that's not just a win, but that's a hiding. Commiserations, footy fun. I know that's a tough watch. It sucks when your team goes down like that. But yeah, Lomax didn't get on because he was late withdrawal injured, sadly. But yeah, Fijian dude got his try for Dalgunu, so he got his cash, hopefully not in debt. And yeah, it was a big old game. But anyway, cheers folks, gonna finish this. Thank you for being here. It's always good to have your company. And yeah, I'm going to watch some European rugby tomorrow morning. Although probably not until kind of late in the morning because I don't want to get up at 2 or 4:30. But anyway, Good to see you all. Take care. Happy Easter. Thanks for being here. And, oh, Robbie, I've just finished my beer. Me earlier tip being the only one seems wrong for that finish. What a end. Cheers, Robbie. There you go. Last drop of that one. Thank you, my friend. I'll catch you guys for some European reviews tomorrow. But as I said, they'll be a bit delayed because of the time difference. So I'll be catching up on the games a bit late. But anyway, thank you, folks. Take care. And yeah, I'll catch you guys hopefully for another live stream maybe next week. All right. Cheers, folks. Bye-bye.